a great day for the club today?
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, just really happy for everyone again. You know, we've had some decent performances the last few weeks, but obviously results matter, don't they? So, yeah, that was an awesome day.
You're proud of the defensive performance today?
Yeah, it's the best we've been all year, absolutely. You know, hard work pays off when they've been ripping him for a series of weeks now. And we said if we just stopped giving, we defended really well last week, conceded 40 points. First try wasn't a try, that should have been chalked off. And the last one was a giveaway. And then other than that, because we give away so much, put so much fatigue into ourselves, actually we defended really well for large periods last week. But we didn't get off to a good start, we give away too much. But we said as soon as we have an equal share of the ball and an equal share of fatigue across the pitch and put some fatigue into the opposition, you know, we think we'll get some better performances and better results.
I thought Jared Bassett was amazing today. What do you think?
Oh, it's hard to pick out individuals at the minute. I thought they were all really good. We actually weren't that great the second half. With the ball, I thought we've done our attack's been okay in recent weeks. I think the combination, obviously Josh has been excellent, Dean coming back in, Campo, alongside all has been really good. We were really poor today actually, we were really clunky with the ball. I thought we overplayed early on. I thought we felt we had to score and things like that. But we certainly overplayed, but defensively, the way we scrambled won us that game and nudged us over the line. So, yeah, Bassett was good. Bassett's been good all year. I don't think he's had a bad game since he comes to the club.
What did you say to him at half time? 6-0?
Same as what we did when we were losing. Like, we just kept showing them the good pictures and how they defended for each other. We had like 8 or 9 incredible defensive clips there where they scrambled for each other. We were connected, presenting good pictures, not giving them the pictures which they've been previewing on us and expecting to see. Stayed in system, stayed patient. The work under the ball for the middles. The middles were unbelievable. They were class. Keno, Sammy Davis, Dean, all of them, Stocky. The interchange, obviously with Butler and Jonesy, they were all excellent, mate. They're all really, really good. So just pumped them up.
Yeah, you pump them up, but you don't physically show them anything, do you? Just show them video, no?
Yeah.
At half time?
Yeah.
Is it the whole group or just individuals?
Yeah. We'll just try and calm everyone down and show them the evidence, you know, to suggest that they can do it and they're doing some good things. It's hard, isn't it, when you're in the mixer? I've got the best view here. It's unbelievable. It's like a bird's eye view. You can see the play unfolding before it unfolds. But like down there in the mixer, it's tough to see the good things you're doing and sometimes the poor things you're doing. So it's just a really easy snapshot to give them that supported evidence, all the fix-up. There were no fix-ups today in defensively. We just showed them all the positive stuff. Go out there and do that again, you'll win the game.
Was that much different to some of the narrow defeats? Was there much in it?
No, I felt at one point when they scored, I thought, is this going to be another Leeds? So, no, I thought we were excellent against Leeds, so very similar emotions, wasn't it? Similar performance level, but we got the result this time and we didn't last time.
How were you feeling in those last 5-10 minutes when you didn't have much good ball in their half? You thought, can they keep defending like this for another 3, 4, 5 sets? Yeah,
we were worried because we put so much fatigue into ourselves in that second half and we didn't have our fair share of the ball, and they were good. They picked up, didn't they? Absolutely, they marched us that first set and nearly scored. So we were hanging on for dear life. We had all kinds going on today with HIAs and 2 green cards which hurt us, cost us. That's when they scored their try with Sarte. Other than that, honestly, I felt like we could have defended most of the day. It's green card, so I just think it's tough, mate. Like, it's a time-wasting tactic, isn't it? Some people go down with an injury, and when there's a genuine injury and you get green carded, it's the rule. I'm not moaning about it. It's tough to take. You know, so you defended that out with 12. It's only 2 minutes. Don't get me wrong, but against a quality team with fatigue into us, and then the second one with when Thiessen went off, that proved costly. Without that, I thought we'd have defended them all day.
Did you defend that set with 12 men when Thiessen came off?
Yes.
Yeah. So at what point, why couldn't you use the 18th man?
On the green card?
Yeah.
No, you've got to play with 12 on the green card. So we got done twice. I don't think we've been hit with it all year, and we got hit twice with it.
They're suspicious of what? Of whether he's playing?
Yeah, and I agree with it.
How do you feel about it?
It's difficult, isn't it, when it's genuine, and it punishes you. So there's a couple of genuine checks on there, but listen, there's no one's blame. That's the rules and how it should be. But the second one was just that little bit too much, particularly of the way we were playing as well. I invited them onto us definitely We didn't do what we were told to do with the ball. We were getting nothing from their edges. They defended us really well. We wanted to stay through the middle, and they wanted to stay through the middle as well. But every time we went wide, we looked clunky. We turned the ball over poorly, cheaply at times. We didn't want the halves' hands on the ball as much in that second half. We did do that, so just got to look at that. But that's experience as well. I felt we were tightening up actually a little bit. But once again, similar to the whole game where you think you're going to win and just do things that you're not supposed to do.
Any injuries today?
Not that I can see now.
Is Robbie Story, did he come on at all?
He didn't. No, it was just. I feel awful for the fellow. We had a change up our sleeve with him going to the right centre and Ethan coming into the back row and possibly pushing Sid up to prop for a spell. But the way the game was in the balance, you'd be foolish to make a change to your edge. Our edge D was excellent on the right hand side. They had nothing there, so it was tough. I wanted Robbie's legs on there and his energy, obviously, but to change a combination, defensive combination, that would probably have been a bit foolish, really. So unless it was forced on me, I wasn't going to do it.
Well, at the end there, did you kind of? There's been a couple of times this year where you thought you were going to get the bickies and fell at the death. Did you? What were you thinking about that? Were you thinking about hold on, or was it more you were just thinking play by play? You know, like. You know?
Oh, no, hang on! Like we were so tired out there, and we hadn't played well, and we knew it, and it would absorb so much D. They're so much bigger than us, man for man, and we dealt with them really well the first half. You know, we had a middle out there at the end of the first half. If you look at it, I'm not sure we had a middle on there over 6 foot. And then you had Thiessen on there. You had Jacob Jones out there. We had to put Sam Davies up to prop. But it suited us, our mobility, to just deal with our big man. And we just left a ball carrier on there in Marcus Stock. And Robbie Butler as well. So that was where it went. And it worked for us. It gave us legs.
And you were down to 12 for a total of 4 minutes in the game?
It would have been that, yeah.
And you didn't even use your whole bench. And you got your second win of the year. That's pretty.
Yeah, but at the same time, that fourth interchange at times can be a luxury, and it's like where you use it.
Yeah,
if you've got a point of difference player, like an impact player, or it might be something that's used more contextually, or it might be someone who covers back row, centre, wing, whatever it may be. We had a plan to use Robbie Story today, but it just didn't map out that way. Whereas normally you're going to leave your loose forward or your 9 on to just do the game minutes really, so you only really need 3 middles.
Were you concerned when Dean went off?
Massively.
Given his head problems?
Oh, massively. So we came in at half time, we had used 3 subs, and Sam Davies went down. He had severe migraine, was getting blurred vision, which Sammy has from time again with real bad migraines. So I had to bring him off before he went out. So we had to make the change, put Dean Parata straight back on. Dean Parata comes off after 1 minute. So if he would have failed his HIA, we'd have used 2 subs in 1 minute after doing 40 minutes with just 3. That would have been nuts, and it would have possibly proved costly as well.
Mike,
He's such
with
an
only
important player, isn't he?
Dean, oh, absolutely. I mean, they're all important. They've all got a role to play, but the way we try and play with that kind of third half, if you like, is instrumental. Yeah.
Right, with only like 7 weeks left, normally you'd be planning a future and you'd be planning for next season. I know that the Super League contracts are null and void when you're not in Super League. So do you have a dressing room with people who you know where they're going to be next year or not?
I don't know where they're going to be now. We're in a situation. We still don't even know if there's a parachute payment. How can you plan?
That's crazy.
So we've always had a parachute payment in for probably around 10 years now. That's this value. Then it went to this value, and now because you don't even know how many teams are going to go down. You've got a structure where 2 teams might come down. So how's the parachute payment work? Blokes in there have got bills to pay, futures, and it needs sorting.
Normally at this stage we'd know several players are going.
Yep.
Is it a coincidence that the only person we know who's leaving is someone who's not going to play? Have the lads between them said we're going to keep it private?
Yeah, there's some players who'll be moving on.
Have they said as a squad we've decided we're going to not say?
No, it's timing, isn't it, of when to release things. I mean, for me, we're all in this mess together, aren't we? And we'll stick in it together till the end. And it's going to be more unsettling, isn't it, if you've got information of players leaving who's doing it at the end of the year.
So have you asked the players to not saying the teams they've signed for.
Well, just as a club, it's just common sense, isn't it?
Yeah,
If things get out, don't. Yeah, but clubs have respect for each other. You speak to each other. When do you want to put it out? We'll put it out at the end of the year. Great. That's it. End of story. You know, other clubs obviously want to push certain players and things like that. If you're bringing in a player who's on a marquee player on ridiculous money, you use that as an advertising tool. That's not happening with us, is it? So I don't see any need to release any of that stuff. This security in knowing that we are going to go down next year, the insecurity on how it all looks and what income the club will have and how we'll be set up. That's not a surprise to anyone, is it?
No. How does it make you feel knowing now that the work you've done with a lot of those players has proved that they can play in Super League, they're good enough? How does that make you feel?
Well, we've only won 2 games. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not.
In a lot more.
Oh, we have 100%. It's not necessarily about that. It's not like I'm really upset because we've got all these players to a certain level and they're going to move on. Like, players have got to look after themselves. Like, there's insecurity over us as a club. There has been for a long time. Like, the IMG is meant to come in and it's meant to say that this is a securing team so you can plan. It's done the opposite to us. It's done the absolute opposite to us, and we knew that last year. So
It's not been easy for many reasons this season, but what words of praise do you have for the mentality of your players this late on in the season to still dig in?
Amazing, yeah. Honestly, the lads, I never slam the lads. Obviously, I mean, behind closed doors, they absolutely tear into them at times. Some of the stuff's unacceptable. Some of the stuff we're giving away is really poor. But that's just errors, We're all in this together, and how they respond and how they just keep going, how they dig in for each other is just remarkable, absolutely remarkable. So I'm always proud of them. I'm really proud of them, obviously, at the minute, because it's that time of year, isn't it, with insecurities and stuff like that. So they can just throw the towel in and just get through the end of the year, or we can try and enjoy it, but what we can do is put in big performances and have the integrity to kind of see it through, which is, I think, is important for the competition. The competition's not give us a good foothold this year. Been pretty poor how it's all unfolded, but we'll make sure we present ourselves the best way possible every week right to the end of the year.
Do you ever allow yourself to think, what if you'd had the spine of the 5 players you expected? In February, I don't think you've ever had more than 3. Really.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, like we brought Campo in. He's a very good player. He's a good player in there, and he's obviously coming over just to England. I mean, if you look at the history of Australians coming over, it takes them a year to get going. So it might have been a case we didn't get going at all this year, but we needed it because he's here on a 1-year contract. And Jack's back fit now, and he's playing really, really well. He's controlling the team around, which takes a lot of pressure off the team. Very composed. Obviously, Dean missing that spell. We all knew Dean was a top player, didn't we, from his performance at Championship. He never played Super League. He's shown he can play that level. Alex Walker was doing some good stuff as well, but then Josh has come in and been excellent as well. So yeah, there's definitely a case of not what could have been. I'm not saying we'd have won 10 games like we did last time, because it was a heavier transition. We had to go. We were already full time last time, so it was an easy transition. We only recruited 2 or 3 players last time, quality players on top of what we had. But this year it was a renegotiating 30 new contracts and hybrid in and part-time players with full-time and whatnot. So, but I certainly think we'd have a couple more wins on the board if we'd have had Bienek, Leyland, Natoli at the start of the year, Campagnolo for a full season. I do, yeah.
Rorke's looked very comfortable, hasn't he?
Been brilliant. Yeah, he's just a spark, isn't he? Doesn't always get everything right, but his spark is incredible, isn't it? And it's what we've needed. Obviously, he's come into a team that's been on the end of 15 losses, 16 losses, whatever it is, and beaten up quite badly at times. And you need them players. Why you need a squad to come in and energise. It's what Jack's done. It's what Rocky's done. We'll be looking to Emmanuel to do that. He's back next week, and Lewis Bienek. It's important we just keep recycling energy. But Rocky's been class, yeah.